not here in the nation of Islam. I don't want to forget nothing. So I turn you over in the hands of Brother Simon here. He take you further into this truth that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad give him. Whether you believe it or believe it not, just don't you forget what he tells you.
Go ahead, brother.
That's what you, when you meet your sisters and brothers out there in the street, tell your sisters something and tell them whether you believe it or believe it not. Just go ahead and don't forget it. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, brother.
I don't know. Salaam Alaikum. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, we thank Allah who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad for blessing us with a divine leader, a divine teacher in the person of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It is a great honor and a great pleasure to stand on this rostrum that has been made possible for us through the suffering of God and his messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
And the messenger's brother, Minister John Muhammad, the Supreme Minister of the Nation of Islam. I am very happy and thankful to Allah, brothers and sisters, for being here. And I want to thank Minister John Muhammad for giving me this privilege and this opportunity to come before you and give you the greetings in the past that we did not know, the greetings of peace, of Salaam Alaikum. It's a great blessing just to be here.
Yes, sir.
That's right, brother.
That's right. That's right, brother. Yes, sir.
Just to be here. Allah had blessed all of us. He blessed us so much. You know, just to be alive today is a blessing.
Yes, sir.
That's right, brother.
Yes, sir.
And to be sitting here in a holy sanctuary,
Right.
we have to give the praise and thanks to Allah
That's right.
and to his messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. There has never been a man suffered for our cause and for our rise, for our freedom, for our justice, and for our equality like God and his messenger suffered right here in this city.
Yes, sir.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, well, let me say this. I've heard someone say recently that no one has ever suffered any more than they have suffered.
Listen.
But brothers and sisters, there has never been a man, a leader, or a messenger suffered as much as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. That's true.
So I am not going to sit back and let someone take that credit. No.
That's right.
I remember the messenger saying once, he said, brother, he said the hypocrites was after me, and they were behind me so closely that I went in my front door, kissed my wife, and kept going out of the back door. These were hypocrites, black hypocrites,
Right.
black haters of God's messenger.
That's right.
And some of them still in existence today.
That's right.
Don't you think now they love what Minister John Muhammad is teaching? Don't you ever think
That's
that?
right. That's right. Teach it.
They hate him for the namesake of his brother.
That's right. Right.
That's right. That's right.
But that's all right. We don't expect for everybody to love us.
That's right.
That's right, brother.
Then if everybody starts loving you, then you better check yourself out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. If everybody loved you and hugged you and kissed you, then it's something you are doing that is displeasing to God. Because everybody doesn't love God.
That's right.
Jesus said they hate you for my name's
That's
sake.
right.
So the peoples today hate our brother, Minister John Muhammad, for the sex of Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
And they may hate you and I for the sake of John Muhammad.
That's right. See?
If we bear witness that he is the man today, they're going to hate you.
That's right.
And you know who they're going to go to first to back up their hatred? They're going to go to their family,
That's right.
to his family. They're going to walk around and say, well, you know, is Minister John Muhammad treating you nice?
Listen.
Dropping, that's right, brother. Dropping the seed.
That's right.
But if that seed comes up, we have some poison for that seed.
All right. All right.
Yes, do you love John Muhammad? Well, you know, John Muhammad promised me something, but he never gave it to me. That's a seed they're dropping.
That's what they say.
That John Muhammad, is he good to you? Blah, 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 blah. You know? And maybe he didn't let some of you do like you want to do. From the family, from his own family, from his own blood family. This is what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, John Muhammad, you know, that's my father, or that's my uncle, or that's my husband, that's my cousin. He's all right, but.
Right.
They're always going to believe the but there.
Right.
And they want you to pick up on the but.
Right. He's on the butt.
But when they pick up on the butt, we're going to sit them down on their butt.
Go ahead, teacher. Go ahead, teacher.
Y'all all right? All praises is due to Allah.
You all right?
You know, there's only one God,
Yes, sir.
and he's a mighty powerful God,
That's right.
who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad and raised up the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
You know, we are in a trying time today.
Yes, sir.
We are in the days of God. We are in the days of judgment. These are the days of judgment.
Right.
And what does judgment mean? What are we saying when we say we are living in the days of judgment? You may say, well, the judge made a judgment against so and so and so in the behalf of so and so and so. And they found him guilty. God today is judging.
Right.
God has already found the white man guilty.
Right.
And he deserves what he's going to get from God.
Right.
He worked for it.
That's right.
And he's going to be paid according to his work.
That's right. Yes, sir.
The Caucasian white man worked, and he worked hard from day one up until this very hour. He worked and he worked and he worked faithfully.
Right.
And God is not going to shortchange him for his work.
That's right. Go ahead, teacher.
God is going to give him a full day's pay. And he's not going to subtract 1 penny from his salary.
That's right.
Because the man earned it, right?
That's right.
Did not he beat and kill and rape us
Right.
for 400 long years? Did not he chase the messenger all over the United States of America? He worked for that. And he's going to be paid for his work. If he killed us, and he did. He raped our woman, and he did.
Right.
He worked us for 300 and some odd years and didn't give us a payday. God gonna pay him for that.
Right.
Well, what we're looking at, I know we have it made. Speaking of black people, I would not be too sure of that. I would not be too sure of that. You have worked also. And you too going to be paid. You too are going to be judged. You're going to be judged by what you did, and you're going to be judged by what you said. You're going to be judged by your action and your behavior towards the teachings of Islam. And the teacher of Islam, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We have rejected his teaching. We have tried to sabotage his teaching. We did everything in our little insignificant power to squash, to cover up the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We too shall be paid. We know the truth. Right? And as the book says, he that knows the truth will be whipped with many stripes. And since we know the truth, God is going to whip us. We should come together as one. We should come together.
That's right.
Oh yes, we should come together as one. And we should separate ourselves with those who hate and dislike the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his God, Master Farad Muhammad. There's many little groups in America today who call themselves Muslim. God did not come to teach us, and then after he teaches us and we learn of his teaching, then we separate and split up his teaching. That was not the reason for God coming. God came to unite all of us behind one leader. Not 2 leaders or 3 leaders, but one leader. And this is the reason that the peoples in the Middle East are catching so much hell today. They have split up their religion. You got Sunnis in the Middle East. You got Orthodox in the Middle East. You got Shiites in the Middle East. God did not give those people those names, right? They named themselves that because they wanted a little house over here by themselves. They want a little group by themselves. So when W.D. Muhammad came on the scene,
Right.
Wallace Muhammad, the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he came and he split up the religion. He believed in that which the Orthodox teach, that which they teach in Mecca, in Saudi Arabia, in Egypt, and the other Muslim countries. But there is only one religion, and that religion is Islam under the guidance of Elijah Muhammad. Wallace Muhammad has neglected to carry out the principles of Islam taught by his father. He hates his father.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Did no good come out of his mouth. He spewed lies and hatred against the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Called Elijah Muhammad a trickster. Call him a liar. Call him a thief. Call him a robber. Right? How can we love such a man? How can we follow such a man? How can we look at such a man? How can we love such a man? I have no love for Wallace D. Muhammad. Now I know before the sun goes down Wallace Muhammad or some of his followers would know exactly what I said. I wish that they didn't have to get it second-handed. I wish they would hear it they had for themselves.
That's right.
The day we become afraid to speak the truth, we shall lay down and die.
That's right.
And I am not, you are not looking at a man that is afraid to speak the truth. My life and my death is for Allah. And my life and my death is for you. He stood up on the rostrum where truth, where justice, and where equality was taught. He stood on that same holy roster and blasphemed Elijah Muhammad. Where truth was taught, where wisdom was taught, where knowledge was taught, where love and brotherhood was taught, where unity was taught. Wallace stood up and taught hatred against his father and against those of us who follow his father. When Minister John Muhammad began to speak out against his nephew and our cousin, you look at him and say, well, he should not talk about the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I should say that's not the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That is his biological son, but that is not his spiritual son. He did not teach him that kind of behavior. Right? Where did he get his teaching from? He got it from the East. And I don't mean from Master Farad Muhammad. He got it from the Orthodox Muslim. And the Orthodox Muslim hate Elijah Muhammad with a passion. Even the people in Mecca today, they hate Elijah Muhammad. They don't want you to say that God came to America and raised up the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. They don't want you to say that. They don't want you to say God came in America in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. They don't want you to recognize these two great men. Right? But I said to you, my beloved brothers and sisters, from this day forward, you're going to see calamities ravaging America. Throughout the United States, you're going to see widespread death and widespread property damage. Allah is angry today. Here's the holy city of Mecca, the so-called holy city Mecca. Even the Quran teaches us. It says, warn the mother city. Where is the mother city? It is in Mecca, right? Yes, brothers and sisters. You say, well, you're talking against the holy people? They aren't holy. No. What makes you think they are holy? A holy divine person believes in Allah. A holy and a righteous and a divine party or people, they don't call on the devil to back them up. They call on God to back them up. What did Saudi Arabia do? The mother city. Huh? Did they call on Allah to come help me to win this war against Saddam? No, they said, my great white masters in America. Come on, white America, we need your help. And if they had believed in God, they would have called on Allah. Right? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad stood in America for 40 some odd years. Never called on the white man, never called on the Arab, never called on nobody but Allah. Every leader that stood up in the 30s, in the 40s, in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the white man killed them. Or if he didn't kill them, he silenced them. But they couldn't silence Elijah Muhammad. Right? Why? Because Elijah had a God with him, the true and the living God. The white man, if you notice him today, he got his chest stuck out now, brothers. Oh, yes, that chest is stuck out so far, you can sit on there and ride on his chest. Yeah. I'm a bad dude. I whipped little Iraq. I made her get on her knees. I made her submit. Huh? What do you expect as 28 men jump on you? You think you can whoop 28 men? No, brothers and sisters. I think Iraq put up a hell of a good fight. Yeah. Fighting 28 nations. Not 28 little satellites, but 28 big nations. As the book says, who can win a war against this beast?
That's right.
Who is able to win against her? You can't win no war against this great big bully America. No, you can't, brothers and sisters. Let's face it. And this is not what God intended for. God wants this man.
That's right.
Can't nobody handle America but God.
That's right.
God and his messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And brothers and sisters, this beast going to be brought down to the side of hell.
Right.
This devil going to be brought down to our side so we can kick her around, slap her around. Right? Oh, yes, it's on its way right now. It's in the works now.
That's right.
All praises is due to Allah for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and for those who stood up for us when we wasn't able to stand up for ourselves. We have not been always able to stand up for ourselves. Right? No, brothers. There was a time I wouldn't stand up here and talk the way I'm talking today. I was afraid to. But no, Elijah Muhammad, brother, taking the fear out of me and put a backbone in my back. All praises is due to Allah. Saudi Arabia or any of the Muslim country can't take the credit for winning the war. They can't say God was with us. They can't say that. They can say the devil was with us.
That's right.
The devil.
Right.
And I want to say to you, brothers and sisters, the Muslims who embrace the Western power or Western powers, they're going to regret this.
That's right.
They're going to regret it. Our Lord is making up the clouds right now.
Right.
Some parts he's making up the clouds, and some parts he's taking the cloud away. Right? Look what happened in Los Angeles. They haven't had a good rain in Los Angeles in, 5 years?
Right.
The messenger said, when there's no rain, there is no rain. And when rain comes, too much comes. And look what's happening in Los Angeles right now. Too much rain, but yet not enough rain. This white man is really in hell today, brother. He made it for himself. This is not a hell God made for him. He made it for himself. So God's going to kill him in that which he made for himself. This religion here, where is it? Oh, yes, here it is. This religion here religion here is not, is not our religion. And since this is not our religion, we should not ever call on anybody out of this religion to help us to win a war.
That's right. Right.
And when you call on people to help you in this religion, you are calling on them to help you fight God.
That's right.
That's right, brother. Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Anyone out of Christianity comes over here to fight this, they are fighting God themselves.
That's right.
Right, brother.
You may say, well, Mr. Bush is all right. The Christians is better than they used to be. If you notice today, they let us sit with them today. They let us ride in the front seat today. They're not like they were a few years ago. White folks is all right today. Christians are all right today. This is what we are saying. But they are not all right, brothers and sisters. No, they're a long way from being all right. They're all wrong.
That's right.
You see black brothers and black sisters sweethearting with this blue-eyed devil.
That's right.
They love us. They don't treat us like they used to. And I don't know why y'all Muslims should be talking about those good white folk. If it weren't for white folk, what would we do?
They say.
You know this is what we are saying. What would we do if it weren't for good white folks? If it weren't for good white folk, we would have freedom, justice, and equality. If it wasn't for good Christians, good white Christians, we wouldn't be on the welfare. We would die. We would suffer. They give us money. They give us food stamp. What in the hell is a food stamp?
That's right.
A handout. You don't want no handout.
That's right.
You want the whole country.
That's right.
The whole country belongs to you.
That's right.
Why should you ask for a loaf of bread when you can get the... Why should you ask for one slice of the bread when you can get the whole loaf?
That's right.
Huh? But they're going to pay for all they have done.
That's right.
All they have done. They're going to pay for. This going to eat this up.
Right.
This is going to burn this up. Islam going to burn up Christianity.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
You say, well, my mother was a Christian. Who told you your mother was a Christian? My mother told me she was a Christian. How did your mother know? Her mother told her. How did she know?
Right.
You can trace it right on back to the plantation.
That's right.
That's right, brother.
All the way back home.
All right.
Who told black people they were Christian? We were not Christian when we first came to America.
That's right.
We were saying, Salaam Alaikum.
That's right.
Wa alaikum salam. Allah is God. There is no God but Allah. But after we gotten over here in the West and was kidnapped by this dirty dog,
Right.
right?
That's right.
After being kidnapped and brought to the Western Hemisphere, we learned that God was Jesus and Jesus was God. A messed up religion. And that's why you are messed up.
That's right.
You are messed up because you have a messed up religion. And the white man did it on purpose, right?
That's right.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You say, well, what is my religion? This is your religion. Your religion is freedom, justice, and equality. Your religion is not Christianity. It is Islam. Right?
Right.
And brothers and sisters, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, we should take this religion and the cross and the Bible and put it in a garbage can
Right.
and beat the cracker across the head with the can with all of his material in the can.
That's right. That's right, brother. That's right. Hey, that's right. They can be treated up like church.
Yeah. You think Muslim hung this brother here? Who do you think put our brother on the tree? It was a white Christian.
Right.
White Christian lynches black Christians. Right?
Right.
White Christian segregates against black Christians.
Right.
White Christians won't let this man, after they kills him, they won't even bury him in the same cemetery with them.
Right.
Right. That's right, brother.
And he killed the black man. Right? I don't want this nigga lined up in a cemetery with my white, lily white people.
That's right.
When are we going to wake up and come to our arms and unite together? This is the key. Uniting is the key today.
That's right.
Uniting is our salvation. If you don't unite, brothers and sisters, there's no salvation for us.
That's right.
Here's a man that's dead now, that was killed by the white man, don't want him even buried in his own cemetery. The white man will let his dog be buried in a cemetery before he will allow you to be buried there.
Right.
He loved his dog more than he loved the black man. Right?
Right.
Oh, yes. This is a fact. But you say, well, white folks is all right. We got to learn to forgive and forget. I said live and remember,
That's right.
not to forget. Yeah. We shouldn't hold no hatred in our heart against white folks. Jesus said, I hate my enemy with a perfect hate. If Jesus said so and God said so, what's wrong with you hating your enemy? I said, you hating the wrong man. You hating self and kind. You should hate the devil if you're going to hate anybody. Don't hate your own black brothers and sisters. Don't kill your own brothers and sisters. Kill the devil. And the best way to kill the devil is to bring him here.
Right.
What do you mean bring the devil here for him to be killed? Huh? The devil, brothers and sisters, once you bring a black man here and let Minister John teach him and get that white man out of his head,
Right.
you have killed the devil. Right? Because what's in your head is not you. That's not you that's in your head. It's a black head with a white mind. And when you hear Minister John Muhammad teach you of God and his messenger and the wisdom of God, he will put that in your head, and that will drive out the enemy's knowledge that you have in your head. Right? And you then will become a full-fledged black man, saying, Allah is the greatest. I love black. I will fight for black. I'm going to die for black. Right? This is what we must do today. Not look at the white man. I have no love for white folks myself. And I have no love for those who love white folks. And as I said, get back to Wallace, I don't have no love for Wallace. Out of all he did to the nation of Islam, you got thousands and thousands of black brothers and sisters, Muslim out there in the street, would be in the mosque today if it had not been for Wallace Muhammad. And you know that's the truth. A lot of our people that was here when the messenger left us, When Wallace got through tampering with their mind, they lost their mind. This is the truth. I am not lying to you. They went stone crazy. We ourselves are lucky to be here. I thank Allah for keeping me, brothers and sisters. I thank Allah for keeping me with a good sound mind. I could have been one that was behind bars, crazy as a Beelzebub.
Right.
Minister Farrakhan said he went to a place there in Chicago. They invited him there, and he said there was hundreds and hundreds of black brothers and sisters behind bars, crazy nuts, simply because of what Wallace had taught them, that Allah was not God. Wallace taught that Allah was not God, and Elijah Muhammad was not God's messenger. And that's not all. Some of the messenger's family right today, I don't mean just Wallace. You got other members of the messenger family. Don't believe that Elijah Muhammad is the divine messenger of Almighty God. They don't believe that Master Farad Muhammad is God Almighty by himself. They don't believe that. They said it to my own face. That's why we have to look at Minister John Muhammad, and that's why we have to say all praises is due to Allah for him. Anytime that I see a man stand up and fight for truth and fight for justice the way I see Minister John Muhammad, you got to love the man, brothers and sisters. You got to support the man. Do you understand what I'm saying? Allah is God. I can bear witness that Allah is God, and I bear witness there is no God but Allah. And I can bear witness and declare to the world that Elijah Muhammad is his messenger. Make no mistake about it.